Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in the book of Job, chapter 38, verses 22 through 41. Now, God is going toe-to-toe with Job and says, hey, let me see how much understanding and power you have for you to be in a position to question why I run the universe the way I do. And so he, in verse 22, he said, what about water? Let's talk about water. Ordinary thing, something that you need every day. It's simple rain, and yet it's beyond human manipulation. It's the Lord who gives birth to rain, not man, not humanity. So he starts off with snow and hail. And you think about how snow and hail put man at the mercy of winter. Winter, right? And frozen moisture. I mean, just it becomes frozen simply by the will, the word of God. Starting at verse 25, and he talks about the rain, the moisture as God's sustenance brings life to everything, right? Who cuts a channel of rain, path of thunderstorms, to water where no one else would think about watering, out in the uninhabited, uncultivated areas. But God is giving this life-giving rain everywhere, even where no one thinks it's needed, because he's God. Going on, verse 28, talking about dew and ice and frost and these different forms of moisture, of water. But there's also this thing that he's talking about, which is that, God gives birth to the rain, and it says it's the frozen surface of the deep. It freezes up over the deep oceans, deep chaos. Then we get to verse 31. And now we're up talking about the constellations, right? And the heavenly bodies. And do we string out the lights of heaven? The stars are not gods. They don't influence our lives. And we have no power over the constellations. And then we get back to water in verse 34. Can you raise your voice and simply speak water into being? Can you get the clouds and the lightning and the rain to happen? God sets up creation so that it operates by his will. And who numbers the clouds? Who has an inventory? And you think about an inventory, it means that God has control over it. We need to call up some more clouds. We're running short over here, right? And as it says, when dust becomes hard and the clouds of earth stick together, God makes it rain to give life. So we get to verse 37. Where does this wisdom come from? Where does this understanding come to the mind? If we have little understanding about the physical world, if we have little understanding about the way nature works, and we can't control it, we can't influence it a whole lot. We say we think we do, but we really can't. If we have no control or sovereignty over these ordinary things, how do we think that we will have sovereignty over the truly deep things of life, over the spiritual? How will we have any control over the wickedness or bring about justice? Well, thanks, my friends. Have a blessed day. If you like what you hear, please like it or share it and help others know about the Word of God. Have a blessed day.